What is up, guys? My 28 mil bulbs, or actually 29 mil bulbs, have finally arrived for my vanity lights. So we're gonna be replacing it, and it's really simple because all we need is basically a flathead to pry this thing open. So as you can see, we have the halogen bulb right here, and all we need to do is pry this open. But most people, what they do is they just replace the bulb, pull it out, and put it in even while it's on. But for precautionary measures, this is actually not necessary at all. But I've been really careful lately with my car. So even though what most people would say, just get a negative cable, remove the negative battery, or just replace it directly. I kind of want to disconnect it so that it's easier for me. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be disconnecting the cable here. I found out that you can just disconnect the cable so it could be off. It could remain off. And then that way, we just reconnect the cable. Now all we need to do is unplug that cable. And it should be easy. Okay, so we have this here. So all we need to do is disconnect this power cable here. There we go. So now, the power is disabled. Ta-da! Okay, so this is easier. All we need to do is just take this out. And that's easier than disconnecting the battery of the car. Ta-da! So much easier and safer. Let's put that here. I'm gonna put this in. Now essentially, this thing is really bright. So what I'm gonna do is, first I'll insert it. Perfect fit. Then we're gonna test the cable. Let's close this. And let's put in the cable back. There we go. Okay, so the power's not on because it is inverted. So let's pull this out again and reverse the polarity. Plastic prying tool. Even if this isn't powered anymore, we still want to be extra careful because who knows, there might be static electricity or what. So negative is on the top side. There we go. Let's try this now. There we go. A lot easier. There we go. And the light's on. So as you can see, it's really bright here. So what we want to do, let me disconnect this, and then we're gonna reposition it probably sideways or backwards so it's not too glaring. That way it's not fully. There we go. Yeah, this is good. Okay, let's try test it again. Let's try it. There we go. Brightness is not that bad. Let's see how it looks like. There we go. Yeah, actually this is good. Okay, so let's put this back in here. Actually, put the casing back too. There we go. Okay. There we go. So it's tight enough. Let's check it out. And the light is just right. Not too dark, not too bright. Yeah. So let's replace the other light on the other side. So same thing here. This is the light. This is how the light looks like. I made it so it's not as bright. There we go. As you can see, look at the light on the right and then look at the light on the left. They look balanced and they are perfect. So let's go. There we go. Now we can remove this. sana. There we go. There we go. Let's put this inside the plastic. There we go. Again, negative on top. This time, let's try putting it forward. There you go. Since I rarely use my vanity mirror light, you can just put it front facing instead. Oh, they have it inverted. There we go. Let's test out. And as you can see, the light works. So without further ado, let's put this back on. There we go. Let's put it back in. The reason why I have my passenger vanity light facing or partially dim, because I usually have a lot of passengers who use the vanity mirror while I drive, which is really distracting. But of course, I won't be using my vanity mirror unless I'm stopped. So I can have this at full brightness, and I can also have people use this for their main makeup light or whatever. There we go. And as you can see, there we go. It is working properly, and it is very, very bright. So yeah, this looks great. Anyway, so I guess that's about it. And this is really simple fixed. It's actually faster than that if you don't remove this, but the only reason why I remove this is for extra safety. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.